And this is my little boy. His name is
Ted.
We're going to make some scones. If any of you are missing scones from bakery, we're going to do that today. So we'll start by showing you the ingredients. So we've got some, what's this, Ted?
Flour.
Yeah, and some,
Sugar.
good, some,
Butter.
some baking powder and some,
Raisins.
very good. Okay, so we're going to start. We've already weighed the ingredients before because Ted gets a little bit poor happy, so we wanted to make sure they were right. So we've got in here 450 grams of flour, and we're going to put in some, what's in there?
Sugar.
And there's 100 grams of sugar in there. So pour it in. Very good.
No, it's on my thumb.
Oh no! Oh, don't lick your thumb. Now you have to wash your hands. Wash his hands after he licked them. So now we're going to put some
Butter.
butter or margarine's fine, and there is 100 grams of that in there. Now at this point at school we would use a mixer to mix that all up into breadcrumbs, but we don't have any mixer at our house. So we're just going to use our fingers to make it into breadcrumbs. So Ted, get your fingers in, just use the ends of your fingers to get all that butter in. That's it. Right, stop. So we've made it into lovely little breadcrumbs. Done a good job. Now we need to put some baking powder in. 2 spoons. And 1. Well done, Ted. 2. And next we need to put in, pour them all in. 100 grams of raisins there. Ooh, with a few missing that Ted's eaten. Oops. And we need to give it a good
Stir.
That's right, mix all those raisins in.
It's quite good. Mix in the other way in case it gets dirty.
Right, so it's all mixed in there, the raisins are mixed in well. So now we've got to bind it all together using some milk, and we don't have a measurement for this because we just do it with our by eye really. So it's better to put a little bit in at a time and mix it all together until you get a good dough. So we'll put a little bit in.
Yeah.
And then we'll mix it.
Yeah.
And see how it's starting to come together, Ted? But it's still not into a dough. So we're going to put a little bit more in.
Then we're going to shape it
That's right.
into a circle and star.
Okie dokie. Right, we'll come back in a sec when we've got the dough. Yes.
No, it's not.
Our dough is now ready, and Ted is getting the worktop ready, aren't you, Ted? Just going to sprinkle some flour on. Fabulous. Now, you know your dough is ready because when you touch it, it shouldn't leave anything on your hands. That's how you know it's a good dough. So, we're now going to roll it and cut it, and I haven't got a rolling pin. Wait there, let's get a rolling pin. Ted, do you want to help me roll?
Yeah.
So we're just going to roll it so it's a little bit flat on top. That's it, you have a go. Good job. And then we're going to choose a cutter. We like our scones to be nice and fat at school. I mean, that is massive. We might have to use a smaller one. We can make one massive one. And we've got a tray here with greaseproof paper on. If you don't have any greaseproof paper, just put butter on it. Very good, Ted. Gosh, this is a massive scone. Who's going to eat that?
No,
I don't know either.
it's so big.
That's it, pop it on there. Good job. Right, let's quickly give it, let's go make a small one now.
Then let's make all of them.
Yeah.
Then
Right, if you don't want to use the rolling pin, you can just squash it down with your hands if that's easier.
squash it down.
Squash it down. Right, not that, that's a bit big too. Maybe this size is probably about right.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on then. Good job. Ooh. Can you put that on the tray. So we've made all our shapes. We've got some stars, we've got a snowman and some circles. And Ted's just doing the last job. It's just put a little bit of milk on the top to make them nice and brown. You can use egg if you want to, if you don't have any milk.
I want to use egg.
Oh, we're using milk. Good job, Ted. So, now we've got to put them in the...
Oven.
Yeah, and now we've got to be careful with the oven. You've got to let someone responsible do it. So the oven is at 200 or 180 if you've got a fan oven. And we're going to put them right in the middle, like that.
Do we have a fan oven?
We do have a fan oven. And then we're going to put the timer on for 15 minutes. And we'll come and check them then. So the buzzer's just gone, so we're taking them out of the oven with using our oven gloves, and we're just going to check to see if they're done. So you know if they're done, lifting them up and looking underneath to see if it's all brown, and just give them a little tap. And if it sounds like it's hollow, then that means it's done. This one is done, but this one obviously is much bigger and it's still a bit spongy, so we're going to put that one back in for another 5 minutes.